Hey everybody on YouTube, good morning. This is Rick Thomas from Obsolete Video Services. I thought I'd do a video because I got several emails about this. People talking about the Sony Av-Series. This applies to the Sony AV3600, 3400, 3650, and 8650. So listen up, folks. If you have these machines or you're working with a lot of videotapes with these machines and you're having problems with broken video heads or needing to change the video heads out and you don't have the exact machine that could take a video head bar out of to replace it into another matching working machine, this might give you a little information how to help you save you in a jam if you're doing vintage video recovery or you really need to get a video deck up and running and you just don't quite know much about electronics. So listen up, this might save you guys in a jam if you're running any of the EIAJ reel-to-reel videos and you're having a video head problem. As you can see, I have a video head here for a Sony AV8650 and a video head for the Sony AV3400, 3600, 3650, and 8600. So it's the AV3400, AV3600, AV3650, and AV8600. Now this bar fits all those units, okay? Where this one was meant for the Sony AV8650, which is the video head editing unit. Okay, when you look at these two video bars, you think there's something different. Actually, there isn't. This is exactly the same video head, but this one has two flying erase heads on it, where this has two video heads on it for just record and playback. You can actually reverse and use either one of these heads in either machine, okay? If you have an 8650 and the video heads are bad, okay, and you need to replace this, but obviously you're not going to find one of these. One of these video heads would actually work in this unit. The only difference is you got two extra contacts at the top for the flying erase heads, where this has 4 wires for the two heads, standalone heads on the one bar. You could put this bar in an 8650 and all you need to do is trim the 2 extra wires at the top, which are the brushes. You can cut those off because you're not recording with the unit, and you'll be able to use this video head in this 8650. It's just the wire configuration, folks. The 2 extra wires at the top of this unit are basically for the flying erase heads. Since you can't replace this one because you can't find these, if you destroy the video head on an 8650, you can replace a 3600 and 3650 video bar such as this and put it in an 8650 and it will work. You just need to remove the wires on the brush assembly, the upper 2 wires on both brushes, and you can start using these video heads on that unit. Because these, you can't really find these video heads. These are very hard to find. So finding a replacement for a Sony AV8650 is pretty hard to do. But it doesn't mean the machine is junk after you wreck the heads or you burn them out or you break them or whatever. Doesn't mean you can't use that machine anymore. It just means you won't be able to find this video head. This is a flying erase head 4-head unit. You're not going to be recording with the VCR. You're just going to be playing back with it. So you don't really need to worry about the extra heads. You just need video heads that's going to work. So a video bar from a Sony AV3400, 3600, 3650, and 8600, you can actually use these video head bars in a Sony AV8650. You just need to remove the upper 2 wires on both wire brushes. You can take wire cutters to them and cut them with wire cutters, and you'll be able to start using video heads like this. Does not mean the Sony AV8650 the machine isn't good anymore. You could still use that machine. You just need to configure it to use the bars instead of these discs, okay? Just so I want to let you know, guys, you could still use your Sony AV8650 if the video heads are bad. You just need to replace the bars in those units and remove the upper brushes, which are 2 brushes on both sides of the top brushes. You have to cut those little wires off so it'll accept the 4 wires instead of the 6, okay? That's how you do that. But these bars do work in the Sony AV8650. You do need to do a little modification. As far as using one of these in a like a 3400, 3600, 3650, and 8600, you can use one of these as well. You don't have to do anything. You could pop one of these in a 3600, 3650, and an 8600. They pop right in. You'll be able to use them right away. That's if you happen to have a unit like this to swap out in one of those. These are interchangeable. It's just a wire configuration on the 8650 you have to do. That's the only thing you have to do. If you take one of these bars and put it in 8650, you have to configure the wires, the brushes. There's brushes on the top that you have to snip off, so it accepts the 4-brush setup instead of the 6-brush setup. This is just, it only has 6 brushes because this has flying erase heads on it. That's all. You're not going to be using it for record. But you could use this directly in an 8600 without any head brush configurations whatsoever. They are interchangeable. There's just a little bit of configuration you have to do. If you happen to have video heads like this from other machines and you think the machine you have, you can't fix it, it's very easy to fix. If you have any of the Sony Av-series, these video heads are interchangeable. It's just a wire configuration you have to do on the 8650, but on the other units, you could take these head bars and swap them out in any of those machines, and you could also take this one as well. So it's not rocket science. They are interchangeable. I had several people ask me this. I've had people who have an 8650, but they have other machines like the 3600s and 3400s and 8600s laying around that are junk machines, but they have good video head bars. You can take these bars and you can actually fix your Sony AV8650. I hope you guys kind of understood this video. It's very simple. They are interchangeable, but there is a configuration. So I hope you guys enjoy this video.